Hi, I'm Dr. Anna, and I want to talk to you today about the use of creativity in healing after trauma. I'm really fortunate because I get to talk with amazing people every single day in my practice. And because I'm really focused on embracing growth and talking about post-traumatic growth and recovery, I get to talk about things and use all sorts of different approaches to address healing after trauma. So I just want to get you to remember, first of all, subscribe and like the channel and the YouTube videos that are useful for you so other people can find them as well. Let's think about creativity and the importance of it in working through trauma. Now, I was really fortunate. I had a conversation with a client recently, and she was telling me that just driving is very disturbing to her because in the course of driving, she frequently comes across emergency vehicles, ambulance, lights, police, and every time she hears a siren or sees the lights of an emergency vehicle, she finds herself in a state of increasing distress. This is devastating for her, and even though she's done so well in her trauma recovery overall, there are things that she still needs to work through. So in very precisely focusing on the trigger that was bothering her, she was able to come up with an amazing approach that worked for her using creativity. So we discussed very precisely what it was that was causing her difficulty, and she identified exactly what it was, and we came up with a project. And the project was coming up with some kind of mechanism to remind her that in this moment she's safe, she can slow down, and she can find ways to settle down. And you know, she went home one week, and the next week she brought back this amazing little turtle. Underneath, you're going to see there's a little heart right inside here. So it's very tactile, but on the outside there are all sorts of positive messages. Now, what she's been able to do is really rewire her brain every single time she gets into her vehicle, because now she's got a copy of this in her vehicle, and anytime she sees a fire, ambulance, or any kind of reminder of trauma for her, emergency, blaring sirens or anything like that, she'll pick this up and reinforce the messages on this turtle. And they are all amazing. Breathe, stop and pause, not my place, just relax, leave it to the experts, and on, just reinforcing the fact that she can let those professionals who are doing their jobs do their jobs, and she can just carry on safely driving to her destination. The idea is when we have something that is real, that we can put our hands on, that anchors us to the positive, it can be incredibly helpful. Now, let's recap. 1, we can work on identifying a very precise trigger. We can identify a mechanism for reinforcing safety and security through creativity, a creative project. It doesn't matter what you do. You can draw or paint or create something like this if you want. And you can actually, by writing out positive messages and having that creative project close by, especially in a place where you feel at risk, you can reinforce and anchor to the positive and therefore interrupt the fearful response. So I hope these videos are helpful for you. See if you can challenge yourself by creating something that can reinforce the positive for you and anchor you back to safety and stabilization, taking you out of the triggering response. This is Dr. Anna S.2.E.3 wishing you a gentle day. Remember to subscribe and like to the YouTube channel, making it easier to continue this conversation about post-traumatic growth and recovery.